Alright, welcome back to the channel, Warhammer Man Studios. I am Warhammer Man, and today we're talking about the mysterious disappearance of Warcry, the Heart of Ghur. It is no surprise to anyone that we had the recent release of the new core box game set, Warcry Heart of Ghur, for Warcry, essentially second edition. And with that release came a couple new warbands in the set, a new rulebook, and obviously a corresponding sort of book for the two warbands. And then we had a bunch of new terrain, the dice, everything you needed to play. A great new box set, $230, so it did go up a little bit. And that was literally in the last couple of months. And since then, we've had a couple of Warcry releases as well. We saw a new warband in the Legionnaires, and then we also saw a new like monster hero character as well, the Centurion Marshal. But now, not that long later, we go to Games Workshop's website and we notice it's missing. And it's not like it's just out of stock currently, or it says not available online, or whatever the situation is. It's not available at all. It's the SKU's gone, everything's gone. So here I am on the US site, and we'll go to the other sites as well, and I'll show you this isn't just some random coincidence. It's on all different countries. So here we have the, Warcry. Basically, if you use the categories on the left here, if you go to Warcry, you can see all. If you go to Allies, it will show up some other stuff as well, but it's not the actual Warcry kits and everything. So I'm under the all Warcry right here, and we see the Pit Dredger camp and the Siphon camp, and those were the terrain sets from the previous Warcry, which was the Red Harvest set. And then we see Slaves to Darkness. Now, these don't come with your Warcry cards or anything. This is like the double warband. So technically, these are for Warhammer Fantasy. But you get basically two full gangs for Warcry, or two full warbands, which allows you to like manipulate your roster, etc. Or expand your gang as the game goes, etc. But we see here, these are $70 for the 20 models. As where if you get one of the Warcry warbands specifically, it's $60. It comes with your ability cards and your fighter cards, and some spares as well. And then, 10 or somewhere around their models as well. Like Trenchus Broodlord is a few over 10. Something like Legionaries is a few under 10. But in general, most of the warbands are about 10. So very, very strange. Obviously, it's cool that they offer this double set. It's cool that they offer the package sets with the cards and everything as well. But they need to offer a starter set, obviously. So what the heck is going on? Let's keep scrolling down here. So we see Slaves to Darkness, Corvus Cabal, the Tarantulas Brood, and Darko Savages. Those are the same two warbands that came out of Red Harvest. So this is basically everything from the Red Harvest set without the Red Harvest book in it. So then we have the Chaos Legionaries. These are a brand new warband that came out. And we see, obviously, they changed the sort of like color and backing on these as well. So this is like the warband's symbol, and then obviously the new stuff all has this kind of orange to it. So then we scroll down here and we see the compendium was recently released. That is all of the warbands together. There's also a free version of the compendium as well. And then we have the Chaotic Beasts, which you can take essentially with any warband. And then we just saw the brand new release of the Warcry core rulebook. And this is the core book that was in the Heart of Ghur set, but the Heart of Ghur set is gone. So again, very, very strange. We have the Chimera here. We have the Centurion Marshal, which was brand new as well. So again, we see the new style card and everything. And then again, we see some of the packaged double pack warbands. These are not with the cards or anything like that. So Slaves to Darkness, Unmade. We have Splintered Fang, Untamed Beasts, Iron Golems. Then we have the Scions of Flame, the Kyanite Shadow Stalkers, the Tyrants, Spire Tyrants, sorry, and these are some with the actual warband cards here. And then we see our last three monsters as well, the Sphyranx, the Crusher, and the Myrmidon. And these all come with your cards as well. So it would make sense with the new edition, with points changes and everything like that. There's a possibility that GW would be like repacking some of the old stuff, which is why a lot of this stuff is marked as temporary out of stock online. Now, the double sets right here don't come with any Warcry stuff. None of the cards, any of that. So these are probably just straight up sold out. As where these are the actual warbands, they may be updating the points or changing out the cards with the new style, etc. So we may see some repack in the Warcry stuff into the new edition packaging. Makes total sense. Essentially like coming with the new cards and everything like that. Because even though we know Games Workshop will gladly sell you products that are out of date with points or rules or whatever, they're not going to go out of their way to do that intentionally. It just sort of happens. So regardless of what's going to be getting repacked or anything, where is Heart of Ghur at? Why is it gone? Why is the SKU completely gone? And just to like show you, I didn't find a way to like filter it out or anything. I encourage you, whatever country you're in, go and check for yourself. We put in Warcry up here at the top, and then we just hit view all. That will show us all the search results. So we're not using the tabs. We're just using the search tool, and it takes us back over to the tabs again, and it shows us all 21. So what if we just look for Heart of Ghur? Okay, so we see the Heart of Ghur combat gauges come up. So what is that all about? So I talked about this in advance. Obviously, this was a promotional item that you got included if you purchased the Heart of Ghur set through Games Workshop. And there is a limited amount of these available. It was 4,925. And this is still available right now. Now, you can't actually add this to your cart anymore. What used to happen is you added the Heart of Ghur set directly from Games Workshop, and this gauge got included for free as well. But now you can't even do that because the actual Heart of Ghur set is gone. So the gauges are still available, but you can't buy the Heart of Ghur set. The Heart of Ghur set is nowhere listed on the website or anything like that. And, I'm not going to go through every single website or anything like that and show you guys. But if we just look at, what would be an important one to look at, obviously we can go to UK and see. Or, again, whatever country you live in, I encourage you to go to that and see as well. But again, if we just go over to the box games and then we scroll down to Warcry and we see all, and we just hit view all again, no Heart of Ghur anywhere. So very, very strange situation. Now you could ask me, well, what's my theory? What am I getting at? What's going on with Heart of Ghur? Where is it? Was the game just so bad they're not selling it anymore? Did they run out of them and they didn't want, people putting up notifications? So instead of just putting it's out of stock, was there something wrong with the game that went out in print? So they had to pull them all back and they're trying to do it discreetly so people don't realize that there's a flaw in the product they purchased. I have no idea. I think it's very, very strange. And honestly, I gave it a couple days before I even looked at it. And it's been almost 2 weeks at this point in time. And it still hasn't come back on. So, I don't have a sound, solid theory as to what's going on. I have a couple of just random theories or what it could be or possibly is. But for a new product to just suddenly be missing from all of the web stores out of nowhere, very, very strange. Very, very strange. And we know it's not because they just sold a ridiculous amount of them where they're like, oh, we got to just turn down all these orders because, we're getting so far backed up or anything. I mean, you can only buy the product if it was available. It's not like it was a pre-order or something like that and it's gone. It was part of the line. Now it's gone. So I don't know what's going on with it. I'm curious if anybody else does. If you're curious about it as well. It was fairly popular. It wasn't like crazy. There wasn't tons and tons of people buying it. We see the limited edition combat gauges are still available. So GW wasn't selling a particularly large amount of them directly to consumers. Shop-wise, demand was okay. It was cool. It was a nice release of the new edition. They offered up a lot of the rules for free. We saw a weird situation with that where they were rolling out all of the stuff from our compendium. I'm really not sure. It's definitely more questions than answers at this point in time. So I'm curious if you go onto the store wherever you're located at, if you're watching this, if you find the same results, if you have any theories or, conspiracies as to what's going on as well, or if you just know straight up what's going on because you have an inside view, I would love to hear about it. But as far as I'm concerned right now, WTF, mate. I have no idea what is going on. I am completely, blown away by this. I can't imagine that people can't track down a copy of Warcry Heart of Ghur if they want it. I mean, they're everywhere. They're all over the internet. They're heavily discounted. But it's very, very strange that you can no longer even find it on the Games Workshop web store, let alone order it. So that is it. Let me know what you think down below. Always like to hear back from you guys, your comments, your knowledge, whatever it is that you have to share, opinions on the situation, or what you found locally or on your store as well. I know that there's still plenty of the copies of Heart of Ghur in many, many stores around the world, and obviously the internet as well, actually with a heavy discount, which is nice. But the fact of the matter is, it's very strange that this brand new edition of a core game is suddenly vanished from the web store. And not just one web store, but all the web stores. So very, very strange. Let me know what you think. Always like to hear back from you guys. If you do enjoy these daily videos, reactions, reviews, and news, make sure to like, subscribe, share it with your friends, all that good stuff. Always helps if you comment and whatnot. We do obviously daily videos on Warhammer 40,000, Kill Team, Necromunda, Age of Sigmar, Warcry, and Horus Heresy as well. So if you're into that stuff, subscribe. But in the meantime, Warhammer Man Studios, I am Warhammer Man, and I am confused.